Right, guys, I'm shutting up shop a bit early because I've had a phone call from an old friend of mine that used to work with me in the old corporate world. And would you believe it? You're not going to believe this. He has just been made manager of the local Kia Suzuki dealership, main dealers. So he gave me a ring. He said, James, he said, interested in some part exchanges? I was like, yeah, hell yeah. So I'm going to pop over there and we're going to see what he's got on offer. This could end up being quite a bit of a game changer for me for old Chop's Garage, being able to get stuff from a main dealer. I thought it was a bit of a no-no. I thought they all went off to a main auction. So he says he's got a couple of things for me to have a look at. When we get there, I'll see if he's happy for me to record or not. If not, I'll just catch up with you later on what they were. If we can record it, we'll have a look around them together. So I'm down with my pal down at the dealership here. I asked him, he's staying off camera for the moment, but yeah, so this is what he's offered me so far. This is sort of their yard of part exchanges. So we've got this 2008 Honda CR-V that has got, I think he said 110,000 miles on it. I need to check it out. It's nice spec. It's an auto with leather. He did say, it can't be an auto actually, because he said he thought the clutch sounded, it's the handbrake. What am I talking about? What a moron. It's a manual. I'm looking at the thing down there. It's a manual. He said the clutch felt a little bit heavy to him. He said I'd need to try it myself, but he said worst case scenario it might need a clutch, so we need to factor that in. Going round it, it looks fairly tidy. It's got a scrape on the front of the wing there, but CR-Vs are very popular locally. I don't know which engine this one's got. I've got to go home and check all that out, get onto the computer and check it all out. I won't be giving him prices right now. I've got to go and do my research on them. But yeah, it must be an executive or something. I forget what the Hondas are, but it's got black leather. That looks like a good candidate for me. I haven't done anything this big for a while, but nice cars. Like I say, they sell really well locally. Now the other one he's offered me is this Yeti, 2009 Yeti. It is beat up, guys. Apparently it's only got 70,000 miles on it. It is a 4x4 Yeti and it's got black leather. It's a manual, so we don't need to worry about the DSG gearbox. And it seems to have all the toys. It's got the Bluetooth, it's got the stereo, all that kind of stuff. It's got the stereo, of course it's got a stereo. It's got a nice stereo with what looks like a touchscreen on it. Yeah, black leather, all seems in good condition. But the car itself is horrible. It is beat up everywhere. That's not staying in. Plastic's broken on this piece of trim up here. Scratching all down there, and then we get to this side, plastic scratch, doors destroyed. It needs 2 doors. It's not worth painting those, I don't think. We'd spend too much time faffing around with them, too much cost. I'll check with Davey, but it might be worth just getting 2 doors. And the front wing's beat up. I mean, it could be a really nice car, but it needs a lot of paint and a lot of cleaning up. And again, locally this would be perfect. People love these little Yetis locally, especially a 4x4 one like that. So again, I'm going to have to go and do my research, find out what the value of this is, and then decide if it's something worth getting involved in or not. I mean, obviously the thing is with this is I want to buy cars. I want to get the decent ones as well, and I know I'm going to have to take a mixed bag. If I'm going to get the decent ones, I can't just cherry pick. I've got a mixed bag. This is the other one, DS3, not done a DS3 before, DS3 convertible. Seems okay. There's a little bit of rust coming through underneath here, so we need to sort that out. A little bit down the bottom, a bit of light chipping on the side of the door there, and some, you know, bush rash down the side of it that needs sorting out. Hood itself seems in decent nick, but it has got that Peugeot engine, hasn't it? Sorry, Peugeot. It's got that. I'm talking about. It's got that mini engine, isn't it? That 1.6 engine that worries the hell out of me. We've got lack appeal, obviously, which we're going to have at this age on these alloys. It's fairly straight down that side. I can't remember what the miles were on this. 2015. So this would be a higher priced car for me, but looks like a decent option. So I've just been bought out the keys, and first up we're having a look inside the DS. Inside, condition seems to be good. The seats are all really nice nick, considering they've got such high bolsters. They don't seem to have been worn at all. It's quite nice in here. 6-speed, nice looking little car this. I got the service book here, so a quick look at that. Just check there's no one's name showing on it. Right, we've got services on 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021. It's only just, so it's been serviced. It's due service next month after next. It's due service. Got all the handbooks there. All the trim seems to be nice. What to do with the keys for it? Here they are. Right. So we've got 30,000 miles. Wow. That is some seriously low mileage. Am I reading that right? That is 30,000 miles. And let's check the service history again. I finally worked out how to turn the stereo off. Yeah, the mileage is genuine. I'm checking the service, but the mileage is genuine. It's only 30,000 miles. That is nice. That's good mileage, isn't it? Right, let's start her up. Starts up on a little bit lumpy. She's lumpy. Yeah, she felt a little bit lumpy there, but then she has settled down to a fairly happy idle. Definitely something there a little bit lumpy, I'd say, but she's actually now, I don't know, now she's idling quite happily. I don't know how long it's been sat here. That's the trouble. I really don't know how long it's been sat here, and I have to bear in mind I'm getting more of an opportunity to check this car out than I would do at auction. So yeah, bit of wear on the button down there, but overall it seems okay. Let's check this roof out. And that all seems to be functioning correctly. Nice car. Really needs a test drive. I don't know what the odds on are letting me test drive it is. That idle seems to have settled right down now. What I might do is just turn it off and start it up again. Now, I was told the reason this person part exchanged it is because they needed a much bigger car. But alright, let's get rid of the... But as we know, buyers are liars when it comes to a lot of this stuff. Sorry, but they are. Sounds a little tappety to me as well. I can't decide. I really can't decide. Definitely something knocking there. Unless that's, I don't think they're supposed to sound like that, are they? Yeah, I'm not sure about that at all. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. So, does it have an engine problem? I don't know. I don't know enough about these. It certainly doesn't sound as smooth as I'd like it to sound. Yeah, difficult one. Seems a nice car other than that. Obviously mega low miles. Right, let's check out the CR-V, see what we think of that. Righty ho, first of all, let's have a look at the inside. A lot of dirt kicking around. Smells slightly doggy, maybe. Oh. Alright, let's have a look, see at this. Everything looks like it'll clean up nicely. And Where's my clutch pedal down there? God, those pedals seem close together to me. Anyway, what have we got mileage wise? 119,000 miles. Let's start her up. Well, that certainly sounds a lot smoother than that DS3. I'm assuming this is a petrol. I didn't have any glow plugs and it didn't sound like a diesel, so I'm assuming this is a petrol, which means it could be a bit heavier on the old fuel for some people. Let's have a little check of the service history on it. Wow, that's a stamped up book. Stamp. When's the nearest one? 2018. So that's the only thing. It seems to have stopped at 2018, but up to that point, God, I don't know what's happening with my camera. Up to that point, it was full service history pretty much. A little bit of wear around the gear lever there, but you expect that for that mileage. All the rest of it seems okay. Engine sounds sweet. So, like you said, it's just a case of if I can reverse it a bit and see how that clutch feels to me. Or reversing camera. It's certainly towards the top of its range, but it doesn't feel outrageous. It might not need doing at all. It might not be undrivable as it is, to be honest. Decide whether it's one of those things to be fixed or not. Okay, this is looking like it might be a contender. Let's have a little look at the oil and see how filthy it is. Let's take a quick look in the boot actually first. Oh. There it is. Oh, it's the whole boot. Dirty, but we'll hoover out fine. So, under here, all looks dry. We'll look at the oil a sec. Not too bad actually. And obviously it's just the petrol, so nothing major. Clutch shouldn't be $1 million if it needs to be fitted. It should be hard to change. But I think that one's a contender. I think we need to go. I don't know what values are like on this, but I think we need to go and check that one out. So next up is the Skoda. Now I know this is one I should probably run a mile from because of the amount of work involved. But I just think this is bang on for my area, and it may be one of those ones I almost prefer cars that are really bad cosmetically wise, but that's all that needs doing to them. They're a bit more honest. You know why they part exchanged them? Oh my God, look at that. We've got a field in the footwell, guys. Oh my God, I've got mould on the carpet down there. This looks as bad as my Fiesta that's been sitting in the corner for a month of Sundays. This is hanging. I also want to push the button in there. So that needs that probably a whole centre console out to push that button back into place. There is hair everywhere, mud all over the seats. This is hanging. There is a lot of paperwork here. I'll go through that. I need to make sure I'm not showing anybody's name a second. I'll just go through that. Before we go any further, I should probably see if it even starts. 76,000 miles. So the miles is good. Diesel. Starts up alright. Is this the PD, guys? Is this going to be one of those PD diesels? I know one. But starts up okay. Idle's okay. No nasty noises. Specs good. Heated seats. Like I say, 6-speed gearbox, 4x4. For my area here in North Devon, this ticks all the boxes on that front. Have a look quickly through the paper and just check what's right. So we haven't got a stamped service book that I've found. But we have got an awful lot of receipts for services, but they do seem pretty erratic. I'd say it's got a partial service history. Yeah, I'm tempted to go for the comment down below, guys. Should I be going for this car? Now, I know he said he paid quite strong for it, so he does need to try and get out of it, and I might not be able to help him get out of it, to be honest. It might be, yeah, too big a jump. Because I think we need to buy a wing and buy 2 doors. If we do that, it'll be the quickest way of turning the car around, because we can then just machine polish the rest of it, find out what that is going on there. Yeah, try and sort that out. It looks like that's unscrews, so it might not be the underwell, swapping that out. Find that piece of trim, however you fit that. Machine polish all this and replace those 2 doors down there. But obviously we've probably got in the region of £500 in panels, I think, before we get started. Oh, and then we've got the bumper to paint as well, haven't we? I am quite tempted to try and save that though. So yeah, guys, comment down below, out of the cars you've seen, what do you reckon? I think potentially run a mile from the DS3. There's something not right about that DS3 engine, I don't think. I like the Honda, and for some reason I like this as well. Anyway, let's go and take the keys back. So back in the Merc, friend's giving you information on the cars here. So I'm all set to go back and work out prices and come back and drive them. He says it's just not a lot of point pulling them out unless we're too far apart on price. I can then come out and have a drive them. He says he's pretty confident that DS3 is okay, but he said I'm more than welcome to come back and take it for a longer drive, or take it for a drive. So we'll have to see. It may well be I have to take the rough with the smooth, and in order to get the other 2 cars, I take all 3 of them, because if I take all 3 of them, I make life easy for my friend, and then he's going to push more my way. In the meantime, comment down below, which ones would you be having a bid on?